mic here because my camera girl, I guess she's on strike. But pretty much what's happening here is kind of raining, so we have to push the 14s inside. So I'm taking a very advanced undertaking with this Brembo RCS 16 millimeter. I'm going to actually swap out the OEM Nesson master cylinder to match my RC19 on the other side. Now, the only reason why I'm doing it because I like to dress right dress, and if you're more competitive with this, you kind of want to have a nice plush thing in here. So I'm gonna bring Mike inside so he's not getting all wet and whatnot. But I'm gonna direct your attention down here. First thing you gotta do is make sure you're bleeding the master cylinder and the slave. So I'm gonna start from the slave side first. Make sure you have your gear. If you don't have the pump, you're gonna be like blowing and pulling on stuff, and it's just gonna cause you some issues. But I'm gonna start this portion of it, and then when we come back, this will be purged. And then once I get up here, that's where I'll do the meat of the recording, and then kind of go through the process, because it's not something that you just jump in there. Especially with the Zx14, where everything was designed deliberately from Kawasaki. So, with that, alright folks, I'm going to direct your attention down here. Well, make sure you have your 10 millimeter, and when you're loosening this bolt, you actually want to turn it towards the bike. It'll loosen up right there, and the oil's trying to come out. So, this is a sucking hose. Pause. When you press in, it'll pull out. This is OEM tools. I got this from Pet Boys in Roselle. But I'm going to start this process. But I figured it was important. So if you feel any resistance, you don't know which way to go, turn towards the bike on the Zx14r, and then the oil will start coming out. So we'll come back once that we get everything completely purged. But as you can see, the pressure is already coming. Yeah, there we go. It's pulling. So there'll be a little bit of a process. And once all that gook is in the container, we'll be back. We're back in this. So Mike is just going to use this as kind of like his light, or we're going to use it as a light. So he's helping me out here. Alright, so can we squeeze it again? Yeah, there you go. It's coming through, but you have to have a little patience, folks. I'll probably time lapse some of this. All right, squeeze some more.
All the way in.
All right, so let it out and squeeze it. There we go. Out and in, out and in. Keep going.
Yep.
Yeah, push all that pressure in there. So we're catching all the dot. Now what you want to use is .4 oil. All right, so keep pressing, keep pressing. Yeah, I'm doing the pump assist. Alright, I want to thank Steve and Mike for giving me kind of the idea of what to do. Alright. Is it loosening up there?
Yes, it is.
I should have had the thing to secure it. This is supposed to be a solo man thing, but this tube, oh damn it. This tube is kind of funny. I'm trying to suck this thing out. Pause. Alright. Did that get real loose, Mike?
It's loosening up.
Alright. Okay, so we're going to come back when we have a little more to show you guys. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, folks. Mike helped me to train the slave. Now we're going to do the master. Now if you come over here, you'll see that just doing the slave actually emptied out the reservoir. So we have a little room to play with, Now when putting the Ducati clutch in here, I'm going to actually, use the existing tubing from the reservoir, and I'm going to make it work, So as far as that's concerned, I think, the spillage and worrying about that shouldn't be too bad. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure, as you can see the assembly on here, the reservoir, you have to take that Allen bolt out to kind of free it a little bit, and then you could take the clamps. And every time Mike gets out there, it starts raining some more. But once I take this off, the other thing too that I want to orient you to is anybody going for this clutch mod, make sure you get the switch with it, right? Because when I first got this, I had this for a few months. I couldn't put it in because, you know, when you clutch in gear, you know, this will let the bike start. Without this, that's what happened to Garvin's bike, the Zero, where I think that's damaged. And, you know, we're just having, it's a safety mechanism, so you want to make sure that that's good to go. But I'm going to go ahead and start draining here. And then we're going to actually start taking the assembly apart. So we're going to yeah, what you're going to do, make sure you have your pump ready. Just turn it. I don't think there's anything left. Me and Mike got most of the stuff out. Yep, it's purged. Just trying to suck it out. Yeah, it's pretty much dry. Very good. Alright, so I want to make a comparison real quick. Clutch. We got love New Jersey Transit. I always mess up the videos, but yeah, very, very different in how they achieve the same thing, because the switch, the clutch switch, is significantly larger than what comes on the Brembo. And I'm gonna just use like the heads and lead them into the harness over here. So I'll be doing like a check and everything, but a lot heavier than this. And I'm gonna make sure that it's nice and clean and retrofitted to, you know, do its thing. So pending we don't have any issues here, it's gonna be retired and put off to the side. That's gonna go underneath, and then the other washer on the top to keep it from stripping. So now, line this up. First I'm gonna hand tie it.
Don't have to be too hard.
Please. Okay, so. Yeah. The main thing I want to make sure is that the harness is match. Alright folks, so we're at the point where, as you can see, the harness, I'm trying to feed it into the existing harness. It's secure, but I want to make sure it works. So, as most of you know, there's no pressure right now, but if you hear the click, that's me pressing the switch. Now, it's in first right now, and I have it clutched in all the way. Right? So, I'm just making sure that if it starts the bike in first, that means that that switch is working properly. And we're good. Now I killed it in second. I have it clutched in, pressing that switch. Alright, we're in good shape. Alright, so what's gonna happen now is I wanna make sure that I'm good to go with that, no vibration, nothing's gonna shake that loose. Gonna, make sure it's nice and making a good contact. So that being said, once this is secure, I'll probably even cut it, we'll see. But once that's in place, I'll zip tie it up, and then I'm gonna start putting the oil in. And I put it in here. I should have done. Now what I do have to do is get this off, so I can kind of force it down too. Right, so we're gonna pause it. Nice and all the bubbles out. See? All that. Now I see what they were talking about, it being a tedious thing.
You want air bubbles, so it can be nice and fresh.
Alright, YouTube family, the mod is complete. I have some major adjustments to make. because you know, I just did a test ride, and you know, just a couple of things. You know, the native tube that comes with this reservoir is a little bigger, so I had to like make sure the clamp was in place, and I actually had to turn it to the side so that it's feeding right. But it's very like sensitive. So like I stalled once or twice because I just came out too fast. But I know you can adjust it right up here. So I like it a little wider, but it matches the other side. But I'm so used to the Nesson, which is really hard. This is just light, it's plush, you know, so if I just come out too fast, I'm gonna stall. So now I gotta kind of relearn the bike a little bit. But I like it that way. I'm less fatigue on the hand and everything, you know. But so far so good. The kill switch works just fine. In gear, I got a clutch in, and it's sending the signal to the ECU to allow me to, you know, do what I gotta do. But with that, that's pretty much complete. I'm still gonna bring it to my mechanic to make sure, you know, I did everything correctly. You know, I'll probably stop by Absolute Cycle or see my boy Mike at Brembo. But I mean, I did it, you know, with Mike's help and everything. You know, making sure that the air bubbles are out. But I know I'm gonna get it a little bit stiffer. You know, it's kind of on the soft side for me. But other than that, I think we're all good. So with that, make sure you rate, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell to see all my future content. And this has been Alex Lysix, the man, the myth, the predator, with Mike on the camera. I'll see y'all later.